The psychology behind toxic attraction is rooted in a strange contradiction. Sometimes, the people who make us feel the most emotionally activated are not the people who are healthiest for us. Toxic attraction can feel like intense chemistry, irresistible connection, or a relationship that is impossible to walk away from, even when it repeatedly causes pain. The intensity itself can become confused with love. When affection, attention, rejection, and reconciliation occur unpredictably, the brain can become deeply attached to the cycle because unpredictable rewards can create powerful emotional anticipation. One moment you feel adored, the next you feel ignored, and then suddenly affection returns, creating an emotional high that makes you desperately wait for the next positive moment. For someone who has experienced inconsistency in earlier relationships, this pattern can even feel strangely familiar. The nervous system may mistake familiarity for safety simply because it recognizes the emotional pattern. Another factor is the desire to prove your worth. You may become convinced that if you can finally earn the person's consistent love, their attention will prove that you are valuable enough. This turns the relationship into a psychological challenge rather than a healthy connection. You stop asking whether the relationship is good for you and start asking whether you can make the other person choose you. Toxic attraction can also become stronger when someone alternates between vulnerability and emotional distance, creating the belief that the caring version of them is the real person and the hurtful behavior is only temporary. You begin waiting for the person you met in the beginning to return. The greatest tragedy is that you may become addicted not to the person themselves, but to the emotional cycles surrounding them, the uncertainty, anticipation, relief, longing, and occasional moments of intense closeness. Recognizing toxic attraction does not mean that every difficult relationship is toxic, or that intense chemistry is automatically unhealthy. The important question is what the relationship consistently produces in you. Do you feel respected, emotionally safe, and free to be yourself? Or are you constantly anxious, confused, insecure, and desperate for reassurance? Healing begins when you stop measuring love by intensity and start measuring it by consistency. Healthy love does not require you to repeatedly earn basic respect. It does not keep you constantly guessing where you stand. It does not make emotional pain feel like proof that the connection is profound. Sometimes the hardest relationship to leave is the one that gives you just enough affection to keep hoping for more. Real love may feel less dramatic, but that does not make it less powerful. Sometimes peace feels unfamiliar simply because chaos was what taught you to call intensity love.